Ben Rowland, I'm the Chief Executive of AELP. We're the membership body for training providers across the country.
Hi, I'm Graham Hasting Evans. I'm the Chief Executive of NOCN, which is an assessment organisation, and I'm also the President of the British Association of Construction Heads.
I love Liverpool. I think, and the sun is out over the Mersey. I genuinely, it's a city I've been coming to for about 20 years, and it feels like the energy and the belief is really coming back into the city. And you sort of think, actually, this is what we could be seeing across the UK.
Well, I first came to work in Liverpool 40 years ago, so it's not a new city for me in that sense. And I've been here a couple of times for major conferences. It's a great venue, and it's super to be here. I think the biggest gap is the link to sectors and to the industrial strategy. And I think we need to strengthen that so that we've got a greater understanding of what each of the sectors needs, tailor the system to the different needs in different sectors, and really embrace that and link those sectors down to the devolved authorities, both in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, but also devolution within England.
Two things, if I may. One is we've got foundation apprenticeships which are coming in, which are great, which really enhance the overall apprenticeship offer. But we also need the government to move fast on programmes for people already in work of an even shorter duration. And the second thing we need to do is we really have to make sure that the programmes that help people to get ready for work link in really effectively and seamlessly with the programmes for when they are in work.
We've recently produced a report on part-time working, getting Britain back into work. And there are major barriers in terms of people getting into a part-time employment, or if they're in part-time employment, getting training to go on to full-time employment. Yeah. And we really need to tackle that sort of issue. That's not the only issue, but it's an example of the sorts of issues we need to tackle if we're going to get everybody back into work. I think certainly everything we do in terms of assessing the apprentice, checking who they are, I think that helps that process completely. I think what we can do as a sector, we've got something like 2 million people, about half of those are NEETs, half of those are people that are not well enough to work or are carers. I think we've got to be able to support getting people into part-time work and use our muscle to persuade employers to change policy so that we start to get those sorts of people. And I think we can make a difference there. We actually don't need to import people. We've got millions that aren't working. Yeah.
So I think that lots of the legislation that is coming down the pipe on employment rights and so on is really well intentioned and really important. For our members, for AELP members, we have to help them. They're very busy. They don't have time to read and digest all this new legislation. So a key role for organisations like AELP is to demystify, make it easy for people to understand what it is that they have to do to comply with the legislation. But also we're really good actually, we're all about equipping young people to be brilliant and confident in their new roles. And so we need to make sure that we're supporting our young employers to be really confident and productive.
And I think it's that confidence that's so important. If we are going to tackle the NEET problem, and we're going to tackle the people that didn't go back after COVID, it's building that confidence and giving them the skills. Crucial. And I think both you as training providers and we as assessors need to take that on board.
Yeah, indeed. I know you've got an answer to that, I suspect.
I'd make them UK-wide. One simple way of doing it.
And I would get them funded properly. I'd make sure all the money that is raised for skills is seen as the baseline for what the government spends on the skills. Currently, it's actually above what they spend on the skills.
The levy should not be taxed.
Yeah. Nice.